I'm lucky also to work with such products because they are the tools of creativity. They are really the link between your cell, I would say, and what you leave on the paper. The company was founded in 1915 here in Geneva, in the center of the city. It was some entrepreneur who decided to buy at one point a soap company and transformed it into a pencil company. Just as a little history also, CARAN means pencil in Russian, and it comes from a very famous cartoonist who was born in Russia but French national, and he was signing all his drawing CARAN, that was his artist name.
On doit choisir CARAN comme pour les vrais artistes.
Your company is more than 100 years. That is very unusual in today's economy. So to what do you attribute your success?
It's true that nowadays it's quite rare to be 100 years. I think it's due also to all the heritage also that we have in our company. It's been through the years going on with innovations, with true values, important values also that we've put on into our brand. The innovation comes also pretty much from the relationship that we have with our customers. It's very important to always keep in mind and have really in the center of your organization the customers. So for us, it's for instance the artists. We ask them also, we have a very big contact with different sorts of artists that use different sorts of techniques that give us also the necessary feedback also for us to develop new products. And so that's one point, and the other point also is to work with specific schools and universities that help us also to innovate. We are aiming, well, our customers is, I would say, every generation, because we start with the children up to the collector of writing instruments. So the publicity, it's quite difficult to make a publicity to all these public, because it's very different, there are specifics and so on. So what we need to do is really use all the point of the communication points that you can get.
Yeah, about advertising, what is the importance of endorsement?
It is very important, but you have to make sure that the endorsement is lived by the person. So for us, it's key that the person has already some sort of relationship with the brand or with the product. For instance, talking about Zep, the daddy of Titeuf, is really a cartoonist that works with our product since many years. Bertrand Piccard always writes also by hand. He writes books, but he always starts by writing all his notes by hand. So the story also that is behind the endorsement is extremely important and needs to be true and lived by the person.
What about the employees? How do you motivate them? How you keep them alive, linked to the products? How do you transmit maybe your know-how and your motivation, your enthusiasm to your team?
It's very specific probably also to family businesses. I always say that we are a big family here. It's true that the turnover of people is very low. They stay in average for 15 years at CARAN. Sometimes we also have families working here. I mean, there are uncles or the son of some people as well of employees. I think what is very important is that making sure that they are part of the business and that they have really an active role to play in the company. And I think also the proximity is very important to make sure also that for instance, myself, I go in the factory every day, not every day, I would say every week. I'm just doing a tour and so on to check out and to discuss also with some of the employees.
Do you know all your employees?
Yes,
more or less?
yes, yeah, I know. We have 300 people working here.
Yes.
All our products are manufactured here in Geneva, and I know, I know all of them.
What are your new trends?
Yeah, the new trends nowadays, pretty much, it's absolutely enormous. It's the drawing pads for adults. You know, the adults, most of the time, they spend a lot of time in front of the computers and so on. They are stressed, they have a very hectic life and so on. And now they are buying those books that are drawn a little bit, but coloring books. They call this art therapy. And it started in England, and now it's almost everywhere.
And I was also wondering about if you have any advice that you have maybe received in your life that you are willing to transmit to us.
As a woman,
Yes.
in a more personal point of view, one big advice that I've received and that I could give out that is really important is choose your husband well.
Okay. In what way? In what way?
In the way that it is very important when you want to make a career, when you have some ambition and so on, you have to make sure that your partner is really willing
Supportive.
also to support you in that respect. It's so important.
So we are coming to an end. Thank you very much for your time and your enthusiasm, your passion. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I wish you a colorful success to you and your employees in future.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.